You could be excused for thinking that you've landed on a strange planet, especially if you're a Syrian refugee and you walk into this in the center of Munich, a mere beer bottle's throw from the train station. The annual Oktoberfest, Disney with lederhosen and supersized beers. This is Bavaria's celebration of excess. The beer halls are the size of aircraft hangars. Beer is served in something bigger than a flower vase, and pork is king on the plates and on the walls. A few weeks ago, the city authorities briefly flirted with the idea of cancelling this annual bacchanalia out of respect for the refugees who were being given standing ovations at the train station. But that would have gone down very badly, and since then the mood here has shifted against the visitors from another world. I met Hans Fuhrbach, a retired maths and physics teacher.
The rest of the world is impressed by the hospitality of Germans towards outsiders.
I'm not so happy about that.
You're not happy about it? Why not?
Too much people, and all the Muslim people. They will throw us out.
They will throw you out? They can't throw you out. There are 89 million of you.
Every year we lose 200,000 Germans and get 400,000 Muslims more.
So you think there's a danger the Muslims will take over in this country?
Yeah, they take over. I'm very sure about that. Yeah, very sure.
So what would you do about this refugee problem then?
No, I don't vote for Merkel again. Never.
You voted for Merkel?
Yes, but I'll never do that again.
Because of this?
Yeah.
And still they come, despite the fact that Germany reimposed border controls with Austria 2 weeks ago. This is Passau, while Germany's economic miracle in the form of newly minted Mercedes Jeeps screeches by. The refugees line the platform, waiting to be processed. There is friction amongst the newcomers. The police step in before a brawl can erupt. Aladdin is an English teacher from Aleppo. His 6-year-old and only son died in a barrel bombing. He's been a refugee for a year, documenting every step of his nomadic existence on his smartphone.
We need a solution.
Yeah.
Killing is not the solution.
So Putin getting involved is not a solution?
Yeah. No, it's involved.
So
In all time, Russia helped Assad.
Yeah.
But now,
yeah.
bomb, more bomb.
It means more war,
Yeah, more war.
more refugees.
Yeah.
So what's your future going to be? What's your future?
I don't know my future. I don't. I waste my future.
Passau has welcomed 17,000 refugees in 1 week alone. That's a third of its entire population, and almost as many as the whole of Britain will accommodate in 4 years. It is said that down the end of the train line, Angela Merkel, a pastor's daughter, is using the refugees to turn Germany into a moral superpower. But her own party is now worried about a backlash. And here at the Passau Tavern, opinions are divided, in this case in one family.
It's not like in the first days where there were a lot of people standing at the railway station with all these signs saying welcome to Germany, etc. That's more or less gone. But I also don't see any people saying please go away again. So people are getting used to it, I have the impression.
So what do you think? Is it too many?
Yes, far too many, Evelyn, the mother, told me. We have no idea how to cope with these numbers. Angela Merkel's moral exceptionalism regarding refugees stems in part from Germany's exceptionally dark past, and nowhere is this more poignant than here. This was the main camp at Dachau. Dachau, one of the first and most infamous camps built by the Nazis. They killed more than 40,000 prisoners here. And here's the really bitter irony. Such is the lack of accommodation and space for the refugees flooding into Germany now, that quite a few of them have been put up by the authorities in another part of the camp, just across the road. The SS called this piece of hell the Herb Garden. They used the camp's prisoners as slave labor to help develop a Nazi brand of homeopathic medicine. These are the original greenhouses. It's a grotesque notion lost on Jovid and Shafi, both refugees from Afghanistan, who now call this place home. Inside, all traces of the past have long been erased. So how do they feel about the history of this place?
So what Jobert says basically is that he doesn't really care that this was a concentration camp, which he's now staying in, because it's better than sleeping on the street, and there are no rooms, there are no flats available anymore in Germany because there's simply too many refugees like him. So he's happy to have this place and doesn't mind too much that it's in a rather creepy location.
Both are relieved that Germany has offered them refuge, but they're also sick with longing for the country they lost. And the same probably goes for all of them, waiting in Munich to start the rest of their lives. Every European country is grappling in different ways with its numbers, its conscience and its politics. But as the brief summer of altruism comes to an end, it is Germany that will be remembered for setting the moral standard. And that surely is a first.